One more time for Gabriel, everybody. Let him hear it. So we've had comics, like, it's coming up on 2 years. We've had comics who have been on, like, Comedy Central and Netflix and stuff like that. Your next comic, you might recognize him from, in my opinion, one of the greatest horror films of all time. Your next comic was in the film Hereditary, which is very scary. And his comedy is scary good. I'm sorry, that was the worst intro of all time, Parker. I'm so sorry. I was like, oh man, this is gonna crush. And then I said scary good, and everyone's like, what are you fucking talking about? But no, your next comic's in the film Hereditary, and he's here tonight, so I'm gonna start clapping right now for Parker Uber!
Yeah, I was in it. I'm telling you, you guys don't look convinced. Usually a lot of roars. The party scene, I was a young boy. I was shooting my shot a while ago. I asked a woman for her number, and she said that she couldn't trust me with her number. And she didn't need to say all that, It's a bit much, but I get it. I understand where she's coming from, I get it. I look like both the pedophile and the prey, Like there's a duality there, Like that's. But, but I did go on a date once. Turns out it wasn't a date. It was a misunderstanding. That's what it was. I just said out loud, I was like, I'd go on another date. And she was like, ooh, you didn't think this was a date, right? And I was like, how do we put this? We met up for hot dogs and I paid for them. I think we gotta put it down as a date, Because here's the deal. I don't platonically buy hot dogs for people. That's not me. If I'm buying you a hot dog, I want to suck your toes. That's the derivative of the situation. I'm not owed toes, but if the card goes down, I want the piggies in my mouth. That is, that's just how it goes. No, I'm an awkward fella. I know this. I realized this. I was in an interview, and I realized you can't really ask if there's a drug test during the interview. I mean, you can, but what you're pretty much saying is, hey, I do drugs. Is this going to be an issue? Is this a clean pee-pee organization? Do I need to outsource my pee-pee? I'll do it. I'll get my network, From Utah, I got a vast network. They ride up on bikes. Yeah. No, I've gotten some jobs before. I used to work at Home Depot. Pretty cool. Yeah, you guys ever been to this place? They got hot dogs there too, That's where the date was. I don't know. I gave a lot of bad advice. I was young, and they don't train you at home. They give you one training. It's a don't be racist training, and then you hit the floor. And then you're fielding any question you'd like, Like I worked in the garden section, and I didn't know shit about plants. This guy asked one, he's like, hey, is this plant toxic for cats? And I was like, nah, you good, man. Don't worry about it. It was this one. It's like one of these. I was like, bro, the world's not out to get you, Why would we sell it if it killed cats, man? And then my supervisor came in the next day. Turns out was toxic to cats. I did feel guilty, but I forgave myself because, hey, if you're taking advice from a 16-year-old, I think that's on you. I think that's on you. Well, the guy at the store said it was okay. No, the boy at the store said it was okay. You took advice from a boy, I wasn't working at Home Depot because I knew things. I was working at Home Depot so I could save up money to buy a car to finger bang my girlfriend at night at the park, you know? Like, that was my 5-year plan, you know? Not about plants, you know? But I do try to get smart. I'm on the internet. I check the news. There's a robbery in my neighborhood recently, which is not epic. Turns out 5 darn men robbed one person of their car. And that's all the article said. And I was kind of angry because I want to know every single detail, you know, because 5 darn men for one person's car kind of seems like overkill, right? 5 darn men, like, that's a group chat, you know, like that. Admiral amount of teamwork. I can't even get 4 of my buddies to go to a movie theater with me, let alone commit Grand Theft Auto, you know, like that. And they stole a Nissan Rogue. 5 armed men stole a Nissan Rogue. You know what that means? One of them had to sit in the middle with a fire. One of them had to squish. The seat, you know, that's humiliating. Humiliating thing to do. No, but I you know, I learned a lot of interesting things. I was on the Mothers Against Drunk Driving website recently, just perusing, you know, checking the market, you know. I read this fact. This is a real fact. It turns out drunk drivers, on average, will drive 80 times drunk before they're finally caught. They'll drive 80 times before they're arrested. And I think the Mothers Against Drunk Driving need to stop telling people that. It's a rather tempting drunk driving fact, isn't it? Wow. 80 times, you know. I read 80 times and I worried I wasn't drunk driving enough. That is how bad that fact is, you know. Like, that is a terrible, terrible drunk driving fact. Like, one of the slogans is, drive sober, get pulled over. Or not, you know. Hey, that's what the slogan should say. Or not, 80 times, you know, is the average. Who's the mother who demands this fact be told, you know? Who lost their son and was like, well, it's the truth, you know? We got to tell them they can get away with it for a while, you know? They got to know they can have their fun, you know? Well, no, I blame the internet. That's what corrupted me. That's where things went wrong, I think, because, you know, I saw it at a really young age. I was, you know, like, there was a lot of cat videos and a lot of dancing videos, but I saw women going potty on each other at a really early, and it comes there mostly as a formality in this video. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know, man. It changed. I remember it clearly, you know. Like, I don't know. My mom tried to censor the household, even though I'd seen these things. Like, in middle school, I couldn't watch rated R movies, and I was like, Mom, can I watch Jaws? And she's like, no. And it's like, Mom, I'm already into French hairy pussy porn, you know. Like, I got a niche, you know. Like, it's like, Mom, whatever you're trying to protect died when I saw a video of a guy getting fucked by a horse, you know? Like, it died, you know? We're actually going to play that right now. Screen, you know. But that's all I got to say. Give it up for Joe. Thank you so much.
Everybody, let him hear it. Yeah. I really selfishly enjoyed when I said your next comic was in Hereditary, and all of you went, whoa. And in my head, I'm like, he wasn't even in the movie. I just set him up for failure. And then what did he do? He crushed, because he's Parker Uber, everybody. Let him hear it.